Hello everyone. I was trying to figure out when I was going to have time to have this intimate conversation with you, and as it turns out, today is that day. So I have my notes in front of me because you can't just be gone for 6 or 7 years and not explain where you've been. So here we go. Let us jump right in. So around the last time that I shot a video, I was coming out of a depression. I remember that much. And some of you may know and some of you may not know, but I actually went through a miscarriage around that time. We lost our 5th child, our 5th baby. And yeah, that was really, really rough to say the least. So just being, going through a roller coaster of emotions during that time. And of course, having 4 children to take care of on top of that was a lot. And so, I can say more about that in another video. If you guys are interested in that, just leave me a comment or send me a message. I think they're doing away with messages though, but if you can send me a private message, feel free, or if you want to leave a comment below, if you'd like to hear more about that, I can talk more about that at a later time in a later video. But so yes, having lost our 5th child and coming off of a bout of depression, and still having 4 children to raise during that time, and a lot was just going on. I was also in school full-time. I was actually in school full-time when I lost the baby. So as you can imagine, everything that comes with that, basically. And let's see. So somewhere along that line, Courtney broke her leg on the trampoline outside with her sisters, and she was too little to be on a trampoline to begin with, but her being on it really wasn't like a major thing, I guess you could say. She used to play on it all the time. It's just she was out there with her biggest sister, who was kind of making her jump. I don't know, if you've been on a trampoline, one of the large ones that we had, if someone jumps hard enough, they can push you up in the air. And so that's what happened. And it led to Courtney's leg being broken at such a young age. And of course, I felt like a failure as a parent for allowing that to happen to my little baby, even though she wasn't like a baby, but they're all my babies, no matter what age they are. My oldest is 14, she's still my baby. And so, yeah, that was difficult because, so then we're carrying Courtney around because she can't walk. We got like a stroller to push her around in, and it was just a very stressful time in life in general. Also around that time, I graduated with my bachelor's, and I was like so excited because it was a long time coming. Just starting school at 18, and then 4 kids later, finally graduating. It was amazing to actually like be up there. I was kind of like, oh my goodness, like, am I really done? Like, it's kind of a surreal experience because after all that time of stress and hard work and stress, it just almost felt like it can't really be over after all this. I don't know, it was weird to not have assignments anymore. So from that, I jumped directly into my master's program, which was a crazy thing to do, but literally like school, I graduated with my bachelor's like 1 week, and then the next week I was already starting my master's. And I like rushed right through that because I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna allow this degree to be drawn out like the last one was. So I went ahead and just, worked hard, was diligent. I actually graduated a semester early. Like, that's how serious I was about it. I graduated a semester early. I had all A's and one B, one single solitary B out of 60 credits, okay? I had one B, and so that brought my 4.0 down to 3.9, but it's whatever. So graduated with my master's. Let's see, what else? I started looking for a paid internship. I was already working an unpaid internship at a church, and that was going really well. But I mean, come on, I have 4 kids, so I really needed a paid internship, especially with all the hours that I had to put in. I had to put in 3,000 hours, so I really was looking for a paid internship. I finally found one. I started working, what was it, like 55, 56 miles away from home. And so I was commuting back and forth, each day. And that was a super long commute, and it was stressful and tiring. And, you know, by the time I got home, I was like just run down. But it was a paid internship, so I really couldn't complain. Then we got laid off because the hospital closed. So, I mean, it's not often that a hospital closes, but this hospital closed, and you know, it was only closed temporarily, but it was closed long enough for those of us who got laid off to look for other jobs. So, looked for another job, started working at another hospital, and you know, that was going fine. You know, again, it was like about 50 miles away from home, and so I still have this long commute, and I was kind of like, oh man, like I really need something closer to home. But there was nothing closer to home. Like in my field, like you pretty much have to be in a big city. And you know, I don't know if you guys could tell or if I mentioned this in a video before, that we lived out in the country at that time. So we also made a transition in our church home at that time. Around the same time, we started visiting other churches, and we found a church that we both all really loved, and so we started going there on Sundays. And also during that time, my husband had a career change, a major career change. He started working his dream job, and guess what? He was commuting the same 50 plus miles to get to work. So let's see, Sundays we were out in the city. Monday through Friday, we're out in the city. The only day that we were not out there was Saturday. And I can only say that for myself because my husband, he worked Saturdays, so he was out there Saturdays also. So pretty much, you know, 6-7 days a week, depending on who you're talking about, we were in the city, in the big city. So we were like, you know what? Work's out here, church is out here, like, why are we not out here? I mean, we are spending so much money on gas. We're wasting so much time that we could be spending with each other and with the kids. Like, we really need to move. And so we started looking into moving. Meanwhile, so during that whole time, we were also renovating our house. So our house was like this old 70s house, and you know, it needed to be updated. Like, long story short, like, keep it short. It needed, like, everything needed to be updated in it. And so we have been working on that ongoing project that entire time. And if you guys are interested in that, leave me a comment below. I have pictures, I have videos of stuff that we did to the house. Like, I went back this morning and was looking, like, kind of scrolling through my old videos from that time, and just looking at the background like, oh yeah, I remember when the house looked like that. And it's weird because I know it doesn't look like that today. It actually, you know, looks pretty nice, even though we don't live there anymore. But so if you're interested in, you know, some DIY home renovation videos, leave me a comment below. I can post that stuff too. So yes, transitioning to our new house. So we sold our old house. We found our new house, moved out here, and that's a story actually in and of itself, and I'll probably share that with you too, because that was like a pretty huge testimony that happened there. So I'm sure I probably will share that with you guys at some point. But so we moved out to the big city. So everything is close now. Work is close. School is close. Church is close. Everything's close. So, what else happened? What else happened during that time? Oh, okay. So, I started my own business. Like, yay! Like, that's major. So, I got off the wheel. I'm no longer in the rat race, so to speak. I am out here working for myself, and it's pretty wonderful. I'm not gonna lie. If I could have done it sooner, I would have. Like, looking back, this should have been the goal from the beginning. It wasn't, you know, something that I would say God kept bringing up in my mind, like, hey, this is really what I want you to be doing. And I was just kind of like, that's not you. That's not you, Jesus. Like, that's just my own thought, my own will, you know. But yeah, I can honestly say that opening my own business has been a blessing. There's nothing like it, really. Like, there's no job out there that I'd rather work than to be working for myself. So that's been amazing. Also, meanwhile, raising the 4 children, right? You guys have seen my kids. They're like all big now. My little baby Courtney is now 9 years old. Candace is 14, like teenagers. I have teenagers now. It's crazy. So everyone's been growing up on us, which means, of course, that we're getting older. And yeah, so a lot has been going on. But I made it back. It's crazy because, so back then, YouTube was very different back then. Back then, YouTube for me is very therapeutic. And like, I love making videos. I love talking to you guys. I love editing videos, posting videos, like the whole nine. Like, I truly enjoyed the process of creating content and the interaction, the feedback. But YouTube, like I said, was very different back then. Like, I never knew how many subscribers I had. Like, it's not something that I would even look up or question. I just, you know, I made videos for the joy of making videos. And so when I came back to my channel after being gone for so long and I saw that I had so many subscribers, I was like, what? Where did all these people come from? And I just want to say thank you to all of you for subscribing, because, you know, who knew? Who knew that you guys would be interested in little old me, you know, just a black girl out in the middle of nowhere in a small country town raising 4 girls. Like, who knew? So I am just grateful to you guys for actually tuning in to what I've been saying, and I appreciate you guys for subscribing. And if this is your first time here, you know, please subscribe. Please like my video. Like, wow, I can't believe it. Like, I was amazed to come back and see like all this love from you guys. I really was. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Is there anything else I want to say? Let me think. Oh, I really want to know what you guys are interested in seeing, because life has changed so much for me. It's like looking at a different person. When I went back and like, I didn't watch any of the videos. Like, I pressed play on like one of them. I think it was the one where I was about to flat iron Kristen's hair. And, you know, I just watched for a few seconds and I was like, oh wow, like, I'm a different person these days. So, I mean, everything's different. I'm different. My kids are different. I'm older. They're older. We live in a different environment. It's just different lives now. So, yeah, I can only expect that my content is going to be different. You know, like, it'd be weird if I was the same person that I was 7 years ago. Like, that'd be weird, right? That would mean that I haven't grown at all. So, God forbid. But so I am different. Like I said, I'm a professional now. If you guys want to hear about that, let me know. I've been through some things. I've been through like some life changes. Let me know if you guys want to hear about that. I'm raising 4 girls. You already know that. So if you want to hear about that, just let me know. Been married for 15 years. 15 years this year. I'm excited about that. We actually have a big anniversary trip coming up, so that's exciting. So let me know what you guys are interested in knowing about me and how my life has changed in these last 6 to 7 years. And I will be sure to respond probably in video format. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll be talking with you again shortly. Bye.